So I don't know if you know, but you are the only player in the NHL this season to have 4 goals. And after that the last goal you scored, what was the congratulations like on the bench? Obviously, you were smiling ear to ear.
Yeah, it's awesome. Anytime you can do that, it's special. But just see how excited the guys were for me too. You get a cool feeling when you get the support of your teammates, and I just think in general we have such a tight group. Guys really care about each other and want everyone on the team to have success. So it's awesome.
What was the mental process for you? I know the last couple of games have been a little bit frustrating for you. To get out of that and be able to have the game you did tonight, what was that process like for you?
Yeah, I think it's a long season. I think the big thing is consistency, and that's something that, for me personally, I'm always trying to work on. Like you said, it wasn't the easiest path to tonight, but I think just finding a way to stay with it. It's a grind of a season, mentally, physically, but I think just, leaning on guys that have experience, family, little things like that get you out of it. And, I was fortunate enough to, kind of a big game tonight.
When it comes to the team's overall game tonight, what are the areas you're most proud of, improvements from the last time?
Yeah, I think just the way we kind of handled the lead too. I think that's a big thing. I feel like in the past we've been up and kind of get comfortable and teams start to bury us. So I think the game against the Rangers tonight, that's how we know how to play. And, when we're doing that, you see the results we get. So for us, it's about, staying consistent with this process and, not changing anything. There's still stuff to clean up, but overall, really happy with our performance the past 2 nights.
How does confidence factor into a night like this when you get a really nice assist on the first goal, and then does the second one, your first goal, come easily, more easily after that, and then the next one?
Yeah, I think anytime you could kind of score early or, get chances early, your legs start to feel a little lighter. Your body just feels better, and that's when, you're kind of feeling good and allowing yourself to get chances offensively. And, it's one of those games where, you kind of just felt good. And I think us as a line too, Yamo created a lot of space, good on the forecheck, got there, play with a lot of speed. We had a lot of great looks, and that's something that we need to kind of keep, getting better at.
How does Gunther unlock your game and vice versa?
Yeah, I think we've played with each other past 3 seasons now. We start to learn where each other are. It allows you to play faster, and I think our chemistry is only going to continue to grow. And we like to play off the rush and use speed. And I think when we're using our speed together, we're tough to kind of contain. So I think that's just a glimpse of what you guys kind of saw tonight, and I think we need to continue to just play our game, and even when things aren't going as planned, just to find a way to stay with it.
When the other team pulls the goalie, it means you've already done your job really well. But to get the empty netter and bring the house down, what's that like?
Yeah, it's cool. Kind of ice the game. It's a good feeling, and I was fortunate enough to get out there twice and score 2 of them. And but yeah, like you said, it means you did something good. You're holding on to a lead, and when you could bury those, it's kind of puts the game pretty much over. So it was good to get those 2.
What does it say about the confidence the coach has in you that to put you in that situation to protect the league?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think everyone wants to be out there in the big moments of every game, and I think that comes with just learning how to play in those situations. And but yeah, anytime you could get on those situations, you got to make sure you get the job done. And I was fortunate enough to be on the right side tonight.
Have you had a chance to check your texts and calls yet?
No, I haven't yet, but
Had
we'll
you
see.
just barely switched onto the ice for that second empty netter?
To be honest, I kind of forget, but I'll get back to you on that.
What kind of confidence does a game like this give you and this team?
Yeah, obviously this one feels really good. It's a big 2 points against a really good team, one of the best so far this season. So it feels really good.
You're often called the best penalty killer, and this penalty kill has been incredible. What can you say about that group to be able to help you out, but also perform the way you have?
I think we had a really good pre-scout before the game. Our coaching staff did a really good job, and it's really helpful for everybody. If you already know what they have tendency to do, and it's easier now for us to figure it out because we played against those guys a couple of days ago, so we did a good job, and we play simple. So it was a big key for us.
And just as a teammate, watching a guy like Logan Cooley get 4 goals in a game after kind of a drought, what is that like to celebrate him?
Oh yeah, he really deserved it. You know, he battled every night so hard. So yeah, obviously 2 goals to empty net, but that count. You know, so I'm really happy about him, and he deserved it.
What impresses you the most about your team's battling adversity, keep pushing, never being satisfied attitude every game?
Well, yeah, I think we are a really good team, you know, and if we want to be successful, we need to find a way every night, and it's part of the NHL, you know, to be one of the best teams. So we need to find a way every single night, no matter what, and we did it tonight. We show up, and it feels, like I said, it feels really good.
What helps you to play with that much confidence out there?
You know, I'm saying that every night, but it's all about focus. You know, be sharp, just be ready for another shift, another moment. You know, be ready for another scoring chance, and give us a chance to win. And actually, my teammates helped me a lot tonight, so it's a big team win.
Really like the second and the third period of Stanley's line. I think they give us a lot of momentum. I don't have to tell you I like the game of Cooley's line. That's pretty obvious. But I think Boehner's line play against 9 on the other side almost all night and did a really solid job. So we're physical, did a good job. And so I all in all, good game.
What stands out about Cooley's awareness, his quick decision-making, and his ability to just convert in some tight situations in tonight's game?
Yeah, you know, less is more. He didn't complicate his game. He didn't try to get on the play of the week. He will be on the play in the week because he scored 4. But it was speed, simple, space behind, and when he does that, he's special.
Cooley also said that he was proud of, I guess, the way you all protected the lead, especially in the second and the third. What about the attitude and the focus in those 2 periods, or even the whole game, was different, and maybe you're seeing the progress of this message being heard?
Yeah, obviously, in the second, they had a hell of a push. Like I said, they're a good team. They're Stanley Cup contender for a reason. So we knew they have a say in what will happen out there, but the intensity, the urgency we had in those situations, and the way we protect the net front, even if we were not perfect, even if there's a number of things we would like to get better at, and we will. I think the mindset is always the most important thing, and I think the guys were really good. And the way they regrouped in the third, we were even more solid. We were composed, we were intense, but we were even killed. That was really good.
The team is 8-3 when Cooley gets on the score sheet this season. How much of an X factor?
Make sure you tell him. Make sure you keep getting on the sheet. No, but, yeah, you know, and when he gets on the board early, it changes game as well. So it's a little bit of a maturity, and like I often talk about how competitive he is, and when he get the monkey off his shoulder, he's a different player. He's a difference maker. So you just need to be a little bit less tough on himself and allow himself to have a period once in a while where he doesn't have a point. And that's just normal in that league.
When you played Vegas last week, you pointed to the emotions as the thing that went wrong for you guys. How did you stay away from the emotional side of the game this time?
But that's a good question. That's exactly what we're proud of. In the second period, you know, they were coming. So there were emotion, they were stress, they were, you know, you don't want to lose the game, you don't want to lose the lead, et cetera, et cetera. And I think we did a pretty good job at staying composed. We did not do a perfect job. You could see the nerve. We didn't make plays at the same pace. We didn't connect as much on our passes. So, okay, there's stuff we can be better, but that's why there's 82 games. We still have a lot of things to get better, but the mindset of the guys were really good.
Would you say that mindset was able to help make this game so much more of not perfect, like you said, but closer to perfect than the last matchup against Vegas?
Yeah, definitively. I think the compete level as well was a big factor. we won way more battles today. Sometimes, battles here and there doesn't look like much, but it is much. It allowed you to get the momentum, or like I said, in the second period, we were in the rope at some point. We were, whoa, what was not easy. And Tanny Turbo made a really good play, poised with the puck, put it behind, go to work, finish his check, win the battle. Whoop, possession, started to move the puck around, made a change in possession, draw a penalty. Well, that changed everything. So now you go from looking like Rocky in the round and getting punched from everywhere to going in the offense and getting your best player in the opportunity in the power play and so on and so forth. And now, okay, give the example of everybody. The following shift, we put puck deeps and we went to work again. And now we have the puck, we have possession, we're making plays, we're feeling good about ourselves. Help us for the third period.